Dettingen unter Teck. Dettingen is a municipality in the district of Esslingen in Baden-Württemberg, in southern Germany. Geography. Dettingen is located 40 km southeast of Stuttgart and 4 km south of Kirchheim, unter Teck, at an elevation of between 329 to 520 meters. 463 hectares, c. 30% of the municipal area is forested. The village lies at the foot of the Teckberg 775 m, hence the second part of its name. History. Dettingen 1683/1685 in Kieserschen, Forest Stock Book. The Lauter valleys show evidence of settlement from ancient times. The Lautertal Limes, a Roman border fortification known colloquially as the Sibyllensburg, runs through the middle of the valley and the village. South of today's village lies the Roman fort of Dettingen unter Teck. Dettingen was first mentioned around 1100. Unusually, there is a high number of castles and noble family seats on its territory, no less than 6. None of the castles has survived. They were all demolished in the early Middle Ages. The resident noble families had the majority of manorial rights on the Dettingen estates. Suzerainty over Dettingen was exercised by the House of Württemberg from as early as 1381. In 1415 brought the Württembergs, gave rights to the local lords. Dettingen's vintners were active during the German Peasants' War of 1525. During the 30 Years' War the village was badly damaged. Its population was reduced by war and plague to around 1/3. In the early 17th century, the village had around 1,300 inhabitants. In 1654, the settlement was slow to recover, the Napoleonic Wars of the 17th century dealing it another setback. In 1715, 160 farmsteads were uninhabited and 300 acres of fields and vineyards lay fallow. In 1803, Dettingen had about 1,800 inhabitants. In 1939, the Steenperth Aerodrome was commandeered by the Luftwaffe as a military airfield. It was relatively small, however, and therefore not used by the Air Force. At the end of the Second World War, Dettingen was hit hard. 20 April 1945 was its fateful day. Days before, German troops had sought and found refuge in Dettingen during their retreat to the Swabian Jura. The barns and cellars were full of German soldiers when, around 4 p.m., Allied fighter-bombers began a systematic bombardment of the village. Explosive and incendiary bombs were dropped, quickly burning down 69 houses and setting 39 barns ablaze. The church, the town hall, the Schlossel, the old school, the kindergarten and fire station were destroyed by fire. The cattle burned in their cowsheds. 10 local residents and 13 soldiers died. 1 day later, the Americans invaded and occupied the village. Until 1938, Dettingen belonged to Oberland Kirchheim, then to the county of Nürtingen, and from 1973 to the county of Esslingen. Demographics. The number of inhabitants are estimates, census results 1, or official extrapolations of Statistical Office, Stuttgart. Year population 1654. Ka, 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 ka. 511. 1700 Ka. 1.0. 3 December 1834. 2.192. 1 December 1871. 1.907. 1 December 1900. 2.48. 17 May 1939. 2.366. 13 September 1950. 3.131. 31. 6 June 1961. 3.616. 27 May 1970. 4.47. 27. 25 May 1987. 5.55. 31 December 1995. 5.355. 31 December 2000. 5.438. 31 December 2005. 5.642. 31. December 2010, 5.698. Local Council. The local council in Dettingen has 14 members. Communal elections in Baden-Württemberg 25 May 2014 had the following official results. The local council are the elected voluntary members and the mayor as president. The mayor has 1 vote. Mayors says 1932-1945, Wilhelm Fasnacht, 1945-1948, Gottlieb Logsmann, 1948-1957, Julius Mahl, 1957-1972, Richard Kaser, 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 Richard Kaser. 1972-1996, Gunter Fischer. Since 1996, Rainer Hausmann on 4 March 2012, Rainer Hausmann was re-elected for a 3rd period. Traffic. The Teck Railway runs since 1899 from Wendlingen, Kirchheim, Dettingen, to Oberlingen about 20 kilometers. The Royal Württemberg State Railways built the now restored and used elsewhere station building as a unit station type EL. The station can be found in 187 as a model on many model railroads, including name, incidentally, also at the largest model railway in the world in miniature Wonderland in Hamburg. 2009, Teck Railway was electrified to Kirchheim and has since been on the S-Bahn Stuttgart traveled. The more distance over Dettingen after Oberlingen is per direction per hour from a regional train operates. Dettingen belongs to the district of Esslingen, the Transport and Tariff Association Stuttgart, and is the Tarifwave Kirchheim/Teck. Notable people from Dettingen. Albert P. Pfluger, 1879-1965, politician SPD, member of Landtag. Literature. In German, Hans Schwenkel, Heimatlich des Kreises Nürtingen Band 2. Wurzburg 1953, S177-206. Der Landkreis Esslingen. Herausgegeben vom Landesarchiv Baden-Württemberg I.V. mit dem Landkreis Esslingen, Jan Thorbeck Verlag, Ostfildern 2009, ISBN 978-3-7995-842-1, Band 1, Sate 403. Albert Schul, Heimatlich der Gemeinde Dettingen unter Teck. Herausgegeben von der Gemeinde Dettingen unter Teck, Gottlieb and Oswald, Kirchheim 1981. Karl Buck, Luftfahrt in der Teck-Geschichte und Geschichten zur Fliegerei in Land in der Teck 1928, 1958 Gleit, Segel und Motorflug. Flugelland und Privatländerplatz, Segelflugstuhl, Flugzeubau. Buck, 2008, ISBN 978-3-23757-7. References ==